Hi there. Is the game sound coming out? I think it is. I had a problem in the last stream, which I didn't realize until I stopped to watch TVOD later. I had to change some settings on my microphone, and as a result my voice was significantly worse than normal. I think I undid what I had changed back then, and my voice should be back to normal, like better than yesterday. But as always, tell me in the chat if you notice any problem, be it the volume or the quality of my voice. Last time I was also having trouble with getting my Digimon to evolve into what I wanted them to become. Because I was trying to wrap my head around how you raise the stats that they need. And I think I figured it out, it's just not too ready yet. Off stream I had several of my Digimon toil away at the Digifarm. These training facilities can be used both to raise a specific stat and to shift their personality, so what stat they gain from leveling up will change as well. Of my main party, both Galleon and Devastator needed to increase attack and SPI respectively. So at least for the start of the stream, they will remain here. Galleon especially needs a lot more attack. Anyway, let's go rest in the attic. Actually, while those two are still training, I could try to get a side quest on. I think there was one. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, and it will get me more anomaly points. And it's not in the office that will begin this one. We're still doing the ghost thing. How long is this going to last? I had to find someone.
Yes.
Or maybe it's an item. Hi there, Kira.
Yes.
Hey, dog where I kept. Oh wait. Speaking of that, I forgot to raise a Gilmon, although I don't have a scan data for one. A Millennium comes with a friendly personality. I think that one gives you more magic defense, so I can look that up. Maybe I guess this Gilmon was a quest reward, that would be convenient. So friendly is 14, which gives you defense and attack. I guess it's supposed to be a tank then. Before we get into any fighting, one Digimon did manage to finish training off stream. And that's Assyria, so he can finally evolve. I waited to do this on stream. Bakemo is more of a black mage, which is what I wanted him to be. His unique skill is very expensive and can apply a debuff called Injury, which I didn't see before. It deals fixed 15 HP damage, so if bosses aren't immune to this, sounds really good to have. In theory, he could finish off any boss in a few turns since it's a fixed percentage of damage. Also, Bakemon is a lot larger than I thought it would be. This Yakumon can also evolve. I don't plan to use him yet, but I will eventually. Dentamon still needs intelligence, which I think in a couple levels will have enough. But he needs a lot more SPI as well. I might have to devolve him to raise his level cap, because this is not going to be enough. Either this or he's still also going to have to train a lot more. I just don't have enough training facilities to train all of the Digimon at once. To find a place where I can get more. Black Agumon, I tried evolving and then devolving him. I think that raised the level cap, but it doesn't do that much for raising his base stats. He's still very far from being able to become a Greymon. And Salomon, I think, will also have to train SPI. Everybody needs SPI. Oh, good thing we evolved first. I recall having a Digimon comic myself, but I don't remember anything of what it was about. So I have to recenter my model. Done. Now what does his special skill look like? Oh, wow, I like it. That effect actually reminds me of that the first boss of Digimon Dawn does, one of the first bosses. That purple skull monster. So this is the Repamon I got in the end of last stream. I've included it in my main party now. Let's see it again. So fixed damage means that type advantages don't matter, since its coil is going to be 15% of HP. It's very expensive, but he also has a lot of SP to go around. Oh, that's what the injury does. It stops him from healing. We never had a boss that can heal yet, but this might be useful at some point. I think does the 15% HP is counted as the enemy's total HP maximum or like the current remaining HP? If it's the remaining HP, this gets weaker every time you use it. And you'll never kill an enemy with it. Yes, it's 15% of his remaining HP, not his full HP total. So it's better to use at the start of the battle. No need to chase it down. So are we done? Oh, really? I thought we could at least get the Digimon. Although we might get another side quest later and find that it has evolved and we'll have to fight him again. There was another game that did that in Digimon. This one still can't evolve. And there's 2 more side quests, but I'm going for the main plot now. The proceeding ongoing side mission progress will be halted. Are you locked out of doing them if you proceed with the plot? The opportunity will come to complete in due time, so I don't think I have to do them now. Maybe you can't, you will be temporarily suspended from being able to do these side missions. It's not like you earn anything you absolutely need from side missions anyway. That dungeon I found at the end of the last stream was more rewarding than a side mission. Although I found that while you can repeat it if you want, you don't get the boss again as a reward, and you actually don't get any scan data from the enemies you fight there, so it's not great for leveling, since you won't get any further. You do get the money every time you clear the dungeon. Content worth streaming, I hope so. Hey, it's nighttime now. I think this time does cycle naturally. I just haven't hanged around enough outside. Most people won't care much to seeing someone with a weird costume. I think your giant sword will cause a bit of trouble to this. I haven't explored here properly yet. There are always rounds to play the card game, but it's not too interesting to me. And I don't think we even learn anything we can use in the game itself from playing cards, we just get more cards. And Digimon is here as well.
この辺でカメラ回そうかな。ごきげんよう、オカル東京 TV です。今日は緊急でカメラを回しています。噂されている新宿での怪現象、その真相を。何あれ。ねえひろこ、待って。ちょっとみのり。
The shadow's going to appear behind here and she'll pass out again, right?
ひろこ、後ろがなんだってのよ。脅かさないでよね。ほら何もな。
I figured as much.
なんなんだ今の。
Classic trope. I had seen a YouTube thumbnail about something like the first joke ever made was he's right behind me, isn't he? Hi there, Night Servers. I just evolved my starter Digimon after a lot of training off stream.
あの時と同じやつ。神殿で卵を狙っていた。
Yeah, that was
まだ卵を
Shadowman.
狙っているのかも。
Shadowman, I guess.
反応の場所に急ぎましょう。ひろこ、気を失っちゃったみたい。その子はここに残していくべきね。いちいち気絶されたら面倒見きれない。ひろこ、ごめん。後で迎えに来るからね。そこの柵の先から地下に行けそうね。さあ、行くわよ。
Now there's still people standing around. Nobody cares that the IRL streamer fainted in the middle of this station. I guess that's realistic. Are we gonna jump? This is an invisible wall. The tail is on Tatsurepamon. The head is just spinal as window dressing. Wow. I don't know his tail was sentient. Also, since we have Repamon now, I almost forgot you could do this. You can ride them. And say go the speed boost.
ここ見覚えがある。前にも来た場所。今通ってきたシャッター、この間は閉まっていた。 まさかここに繋がっていたなんて。
We just crave the sewers, huh? We always come back here.
反応はこの先なのね。なるべく用心して奥へ行きましょう。あいつだ。
Oh, running to an enemy starts a fight. I just found that out. My method used to level up. I actually didn't level up a lot. I placed a lot of my Digimon on the farm and left them training their this whatever stat they needed. And there's a couple of them that are still there. I did use a lot of the fodder Digimon I had before to level up Syria to make him evolve. If you want to game, just forget about setting the right personality and just train one stat at a time in the farm. It does take a lot of time, but you can leave the game idling like I did. There is a Digimon that's not in this game called Summon, which is just a Bakemon but with a silly hat. I think he never showed up after the PlayStation era. There's Shadowman. And are we going to play tag with him?
Easy. こんなの私に任せてよ。大したことないわね。さあ行くわよ。大丈夫かな。大きなトラブルとか起きなければいいけど。
I'd hate to run into any sort of trouble. We are chasing the incarnation of trouble. I think a ton of obscure Digimon are only exist in the card game, including the Moth Digimon.
この場所知ってる？
割れてる。なんてことなの。すでに生まれてしまっていたなんて。私たちデジモンが暮らすデジタ
The
ルワール
Great
ドイリア
Guardian
ス。
meant to save the digital world of Iliad.
守護者の卵だ。すでに守護者が生まれてしまったとは。
I'm wondering, maybe this is where the Elekmon that became Igamon came from?
だといいけど、もう少し
And they
近
just
くを
haven't
調べてみ
figured
る
it out? Since the Elekmon was in this
さっ
sewer.
きこの場所を知ってるって言ってたけど、ここに来たことがあるの？
Yeah, exactly.
来たことがあるじゃない。僕はここから来たんだ。
I guessed it.
僕が最初に目を覚ましたのはこの辺りだった。
守護者の卵が帰っていた。状況からしてつい最近のことではないわ。そして生まれた守護者の行方はわからない。アイギオモンはここで目覚めた。 そして私たちのところにやってきた。まさか。何？祈り、この気配、まさか。
It's the hand from the end of the anime. Exactly the same way he enters. Can you speak a bit louder?
自力でゲートをこじ開けて。ありえない。こいつが外に出たらまた面倒なことになるわ。ここで食い止めなくちゃ。
Am I ready for another boss? I wasn't expecting this one. This seems to happen a lot. He's a virus, so Repamon is strong against him. And he's probably light, dark element. Yeah, 3 times damage. One down, and I didn't even have a full party. I forgot to place a reserve because both Kilo and Devastator are training. Hey, come on, it's vaccine. He'll take less damage from him. Where's Lemon when you need him? There was one in the animation in the background. Actually, there is a lot of Leomon variants in this game. So how well does Death Charm work on any boss? Very well, actually, at least for the beginning. You can scrub off a good chunk of his HP. Buff his physical attack, and then use another Saint Knuckle. Even with 3 times damage is still pretty low. Actually, I would really appreciate having my healer now, but he was just one shot in the beginning of the fight. Maybe that one shot is just a one-time thing he does. No, he's gonna do it again. So everybody has to guard, I think. Even then, it's almost a party wipe. Making here a neutral effect defense is the way to go. Probably I just don't actually have any neutral Digimon yet, at least not any that I'm using my main party. I keep forgetting to use this. It's my fault too. So far, cities you wanna pulling weight here.
ありがとう。
大丈夫か。頼む。
I hope your evasion works. Is it still worth going for Death Charm? I think I should be trying to lower his attack. Nice. Oh, nice, he dodged twice. Let's gonna recover Repamon's SP.
大丈夫か。
Now this won't do much anymore, but I think it's still his best option. It's still a good chunk of health.
ありがとう。
And no luck with evasion this time.
頼む。
I think the buff from the crosswords was helping him.
ありがとう。
He's... I thought the game said he was going to act twice, but I'm glad he won't. At least his attack is still debuffed. It shouldn't deal as much damage as before.
ゲートが暴走してる。無理やりこじ開けたせいで。ああ、もうどんどん状況が悪くなってる。
So good thing I stocked up on healing items off stream.
頼む。
ありがとう。
やるよ。アパート行こう。やった。 大丈夫か。やるわ。ストライクロール。
The amount of down arrows on his attack debuff changed. I wonder if that's just the number of turns it's going to last or if it's the power of the debuff.
ありがとう。
No longer affected by debuffs. No, the number of arrows didn't change, just the number next to the debuff icon. So I think the arrows are the strength of the debuff, and using it multiple times stacks how powerful it is. And so I know now to actually spam attack bind. Losing item eternal makes items worth using, yeah. In Dragon Quest, did Dragon Quest spend a turn on use tonight? I don't think it did. I've been playing the one on smartphone, and that one using item is a free action. I don't remember if it was like this in the Dark Prince. But I think it was because I remember in the post game I kept spamming that debuff item on the bosses to try and make them weaker. Yeah, you got one way around, but it didn't sacrifice any of your monster's actions for this. But in this one you get to use an item per action of all your Digimon. But in that game you set everybody's actions and then let the turn play out. In this one each action is a separate turn. He's immune to the buff, so no point using this. He's immune to debuffs, but not status effects, as it turns out. Amusingly, Real Demon's role now is to keep supporting the Digimon I was planning to evolve into. He's going to do a super attack again, but I'll try to beat him before he can cast it. Just in case. Alright, he's still immune. And we get dragged along, yeah. This still looks like it is yours. The streamer girl back there is going to wake up to find all her friends missing. If Minerva evolving the story, I can look here wiki page. It's from the Shotmon anime. Yeah, that actually is surprisingly old already. Minerva's evolution is in the game. She might become it in the story. We have more agent points. Actually, it's very worth doing this side mission so we can get more of this. So far, I found that by far the best skill to get from this is this one. It lowers how much, how many sets you need to evolve if your Digimon's personality matches the target. this got to like thanks to this I see I need about 100 less SPI to evolve, and you can stack them with others. I was planning to get to this one. Now try to get one for the amicability line, which is the closest one. I think this. Can you ride the Bakemon by any chance? Nope. A nearby object.
やるんだ
Oh, it's a dungeon. So did anybody finish training? The rules, as I found out last time, are no items, no Agumon, and only your main party, no reserves. A lantern right above. I think that maybe Bakemon like possesses you to carry you around. Or he becomes a hat. Also, if you lose here, it's game over, so I should save first. Protecting Digimon. I have to kill them now before they get to the beginning.
ピーサよしピーサピーサよくやった
But they don't start a battle when you attack them like this.
ピーサピーサよし
Whoops. If I could ride the Rapamon to move faster. I can't go out spending too much SP because there is no way to recover it, no items and no healing by standing still. And Sidramon is the one that really needs to save up because he's the healer. Okay, I'm not riding here. The Digimon don't appear following me while inside this dungeon, so I don't get the prompt to ride them. Do I Yora or I finish him off? It's still not over. So normally your Digimon would be following you around and then you get the prompt to ride them. But this dungeon at least disables that. The worst is that there's still more of that one to fight. I have to at least get as many hits as I can before he catches up to me. Even with your back turn, you can still aim for him. That's good. That one's at full health. Oh, you can draw them away from them if they're chasing you. But I have to worry about the other ones. Also, Sidramon recovered his SP. Is that because he leveled up? I could reverse it to make a back monster, I guess, yeah. But then Sidramon wouldn't be super effective anymore. Oh, I lost, I think. If I think one of them catches up. I have to come back with a full data team again. And because I loaded, the time I spent inside there won't count for training the Digifarm.
い。これみんな。
This place was also in the anime short.
まさかここってミネルヴァモンが言っていたデジモンたちの住む世界。
僕たちデジタルワールドに来たんだ。
Finally, a place with sunlight. We are done with the sewers, I hope.
エージェント、音声を聞いていたぞ。デジモンの世界に降り立ったというのは確かなんだな。だとすればとてつもないことだ。すごいぞ。他に言葉が浮かばない。
Amazing, stupendous, absolutely fantastic.
アノマリーの多くが原因不明とされているが、異世界や別次元を想定すると腑に落ちるものがある。非現実的な空間に
This is when should be when the game opens up.
浦島太郎やアリスの見た景色がそこにあるのかもしれない。この功績だけでアダマス内での出世は間違いなしだ。無論君が無事に帰ってこれたらの話だが、位相電子生命体という謎の解明が世界の真理につながる。新宿インフェルノにもデジモンが関与していた。あの時都庁の屋上で裂け目のようなものが見えた。仮にその先にあったのが今君のいる世界だとすれば推測の域は出ないが、デジタルワールドでの情報収集が世界崩壊というアノマリーを防ぐ可能性は大いにある。アダマス創設以来最大のミッションになるだろう。ありったけの情報を集めてくれ。未来を変えるための。
Central Town. I read on the wiki that this is where you can buy more armor facilities. Also talking about the titans.
よーよーお客さん、ここはセントラルタウン一のお店だよ。そうはさせない、そんなことさせない。変わっぱ相手を見てえひないよ。
おい、やかましいぞ。少しは黙ってできねえのか。
よよブラザー、そんなことでどうすんだよ。もっと声出しないよ。そんなんだから売れないんだよ。
余計なお世話だ。
This is an accessory shop. Does this only apply to a normal attack? Because I barely use that option. Or is it for any skill? I think they are cheaper than in the real world. A lot cheaper. Oh no, it's because I'm selling. Never mind. I was trying to change tabs, I changed to the selling option. You'll buy more TMs. I should teach you to one more Digimon. I hate to say slime stack, just with Bonimon.
感謝する。
If I were to get you a present, no, this will shift your personality, you're good as you are.
みんな。
よ
Central Tower is still on the background, which you can actually see all day from here. This is the item shop, it's the same prices.
おいおい、あんた見かけない顔だな。新人か？この町は初めてか？おっとわかるよ。困ってる
Yeah,
こと
look
あ
at
るんだ
those two
な。顔
back
に
there.
書いてあるぜ。いいぜ、行ってみな。ミネルバモンの知り合いなのか。これはビッグな新人だぜ。で、どこにいるかだな。オーケーオーケー。その情報なら10万円で売ってやるぜ。どうだ、買ってくかい？
You still deal with Japanese currency. I thought it would be something like Bitcoin.
おいおいおい、冗談だよ。今回はサービスしとくからよ。聞いてきな。そうだな。ならメルクリモンに会ってみるといいぜ。あいつなら知ってるだろうからよ。メルクリモンはこの町の長で超強えやつさ。裏通りを抜けた先の酒場にいるはずだぜ。まずは裏通りの酒場に行ってみな。そこにメルクリモンがいるはずだからよ。
I can't speak to them. I wish this game had a photo mode. People were going crazy about the Pokemon game having that. Unless there is one, I just haven't noticed. So I already know where to go, but I need to explore a bit more. It's that baby Digimon that looks like a computer mouse. I like this one, but I never got him. Imagine walking to your house after you come back from a vacation, it's what, Shuma? Hey, it says Snorlax. We have to find the magic flute or whatever it was. Now this area is so big that I don't know where I've already looked. Isn't this so much better than hanging around in the stores all the time? I wish I could have gotten here before. I was so shocked when I found out this one was in this game. I didn't think he'd ever come back. Yeah, just say plushie. It's a boss. Okay. Okay, this area is also blocked off. Yeah, I can't just smash my house. I think I've checked out all of this area. Everything that I can currently access at least. Yeah, speaking of Friday, I forgot. I didn't go here yet. Not now. Is going to evolve into a... What's the name of a nice rookie? Maybe there's another one hiding the microwave.
Yoshi.
I win. Up there, I think there was one more path. There is one, but it's blocked off. Did you know that at least according to Digimon World 1, the meat in the digital world is actually grown like vegetables? It doesn't come from other Digimon. All of this is for the Digifarm and it raises spawned. Everything costs the same, so I wonder what the difference actually is. Maybe every type of Digimon prefers a different food. I still didn't find who sells farm facilities until Sutra. That tower looks a lot like made in Abyss architecture. I think if the Abyss was vertical going up instead of being a big hole, it would look like that.
こちらの世界では新宿インフェルノから始まった世界崩壊が進行中だ。こうして通信をしていられる時間も多くは残されていない。いつ最後の会話になるか、どんな情報でも構わない。こちらへ送ってくれ。それが世界を救うきっかけになるかもしれないのだから。
Hey, there's a Leomon. Oh, there's an icon when you can write someone. And as of now, it's just Repamon. What's going on in the O2 corner? You can't talk to them. They're going maintenance. So where am I supposed to go again? Oh yeah, the pub. I'm trying to find the Rapamon to riding, but it's vanished. Yeah, he's not showing up. I think the game is glitched. There you are. That garbage mon just lost his son. I saw a screenshot of this one. You can ride him, and if you do, you actually climb on his cockpit, like you're piloting him, like a mecha. I almost wanted to made me want to get one. Who's inside this fridge? Nobody.
Yoshi.
I still have to find the other farm shop. Maybe I'll have to unlock it. Extra ammo gets... You get inside of his Cosmo. I saw a screenshot of that. They already know about the existence of humans. This might not be the first Digimon story chronologically. Everybody's being so nice. He said he'll let a Bumbles right here. He's like the Dark Elf. Oh, look at that one. I'm already at the stage where I supposed to have a champion Digimon, but I still want to get one of these. I forgot what it's called. Lilymon Waitress, yes. He is like a giraffe. I know you two are people. Cut that off. These are both card players. I think I've talked to everybody.
Mate! そこのお前何者だなんだと本当かいや信用ならんなそれが事実なら証明できるものを持ってくるがいい
Yes, there's no Kazumon in this game. If there was one, I've gotten one as soon as possible.
ねえもう少し町の方を調べてみ
She
ない
might be DLC.
ここは通さないぞそんなに通りたいなら
Proof of her friendship. I have to ask her to follow me on Twitter and show it to Naitomo. Yes, that one.
現在そちらから送られた情報の解析中だ
I have a little plush of Kazumon and one of Wormmon from the same
送ら
collection.
れた情報とはアダマスらしい
But it's like that a little bean-shaped plushie.
少なからず合致が見られる未確認生物とそちらの世界にいるデジモンは非常に類似しているということだまだ可能性の段階ではあるがこちらの感知するアノマリーのほとんどがデジモンに由来するのかもしれない新宿インフェルノの発生とも無関係ではない確証を得るためにさらなる情報が必要だ引き続き情報収集に努めてくれ
すごいやこれがデジタルワールド
うん本当に驚いてばっかりでも
どうしたの祈り
私たちどうやって元の世界に戻ったらいいんだろうミネレバモンはここか
Can
ら
you
新
imagine
宿
that
に来た
attack was in the game and you could teach it to other monsters like
方法があるはず
Angel Woman?
見つけることができればその方法がわかるかもしれない
Okay, rival is in this gaming. That's what I was working towards, evolving the Gizamon that I have on the farm. But he's going to have to train for ages to get enough stats.
お前の姉ちゃんも根性なし。
なんだと？ミネルヴァ姉ちゃんのどこが根性なしなんだよ。
ほっときなよ、コロナも。
根性なしの知り合いはみんな根性なしなんだよ。
そうだそうだ。
何を？
悔しかったらついてきな。俺は下水道でプラチナヌメモンの宝石を手に入れるぞ。
Yeah, speaking of, I have to get somewhere where I can access the Digifarm again before I end the stream. Otherwise, I'll be stuck without being able to retrieve the Digimon that are training.
なんだと？この野郎！根性なしじゃないって言ってんだろ！見たろ！
ダメだよ。地下には行っちゃダメってお姉様が。行っちゃった。どうしよう。どうしたもこうしたもないわよ。コロナもったら。あれ？何？あなた人間？あ！まさかあの時の卵泥棒！どうしてここに？そんなのこっちが聞きたいわよ。お姉様はあなたたちの世界に行ったはずなんだから。あなた、お姉様と一緒にいたの？それで、はぐれちゃって？待って、状況を整理しましょう。あなたたちはミネルヴァ
Oh, wait, I should be reflecting her perpetual cat face.
コロナモンの方は下水道に行っちゃった。
That's better.
絶対に入っちゃダメなのに、大変なことになるかも。
Oh no, we've finally got here and we're still going to go down into the sewers. It's just digital sewers this time.
突然だけど、お願いを聞いてくれない？今頼めるのはあなたたちしかいないから。下水道に行ったコロナモンを止めてもらえないかしら。喧嘩になったら私は役に立たないし、その代わりと言ってはなんだけど、私はミネルヴァお姉様を探してみる。お姉様から帰る方法を聞きたいんでしょ？もし見つかったらすぐに連れて行くから。ありがとう。下水道はこっちよ。ついてきて。
This is Digimon Time Sewer Dweller. Tell them to continue training. I bet they still don't have enough stats. Weak against fire. Both of my fire Digimon are in the Digifarm, and I can't get them back. But I can teach somebody a fire attack. Oh, there's a farm entrance. So let me pull up the wiki pages for Shoutmon and Dracomon. One need more attack and another need more SPI.
あら、あなたはおかしなところで会うものね。ここは狭間の世界。世界と世界の狭間にあるも
Haven't
の。
we had this conversation before?
そう。あなたたちも二つの世界を行き来して、そこでさまようことになったのね。でも、ここの出口はあなたが入ってきた場所だけよ。ここを起点に世界を移動することはできないわ。
I thought so.
せめて準備だけでもしていったらどうかしら。あなたが立ち向かう運命のために。
We unlock anything new in test shop? Nope. Salomon also needs SPI, but I can only train that on one Digimon at a time for now. Gaelion needs 830 attack, and it seems like he's pretty close, but actually that 50 plus attack he's got is from an equipment. And stats you get from equipment don't count towards meeting the criteria for evolving. So she actually needs about 120 more. And that's, I think, 4 more training sessions. He's not going to evolve today. Devastation needs 380 SPI, which he just met. And 500 defense, so yeah, with a couple level ups, he should be able to evolve. I think I can take him out now. Galmon needs a lot more speed to evolve to Garurumon. And we get one more fire type. If I gave Devastator some fodder, he also might be able to evolve. Almost, he needs like one more level to reach 500 defense. If I have a item that raises stats, I might just have enough. Nice, now he's really going to stray from what he looked like before, but he will eventually be back on track. It will just take a very long time. And this one is also a fire element, so even better for this next dungeon. You can ride him. It's actually some fire physical attack at power 35. This sounds kinda weak, even if it hits everybody. But we have to see it in practice. How does it look like riding the Guardromon? Oh, I thought he would open up on the top and would control him by a cockpit.
ジモンの町の下水道。
コロナモンたちはこの先にいるはず。立ち入り禁止って言われると緊張するけど、行ってみようか。
Nothing on this side. At least these stairs are a little bit more colorful.
誰だいやそんなことよりタイタン族がいたんだ。兄ちゃんは僕をかばってくれて、それでそのままあいつらを追いかけて奥に行っちゃったんだ。
タイタン族？
確かミネルヴァモンも新宿で戦った敵を。
I should have checked if you can
兄ちゃんは逃げろ
teach skills to Igomon.
僕も行くよ。
He could get a fire
この
one.
先を案内する。一緒に行って兄ちゃんを助けてあげて。
Yeah, you can. Yes, there's a statue dispel. He removes stat debuffs. Removes status effects, so it's not the same. I think I can get rid of this, it's just a weaker version of another skill. Maybe mediators should go to somebody else. I am going to have Igomon in the party all the time, so he might also have some support skill. There's a defense debuff. It's not going to be useful for Acid anymore because his attack is very low. And you can have this paralyzed attack. I see this one animation.
行くぞディストラクショングレネード。とりゃ
やるんだ。準備完了。
行くぞディストラクショングレネード。
Burst Strength is a magic attack. I should have given him a physical one. It still does good enough damage for now. I almost got jumped. The game is telling me to go here, but maybe I have to go down first. At least this is a decent place to get some champion fodder. Since on this, the challenge dungeons from before didn't give any scan data on the random battles. And just in time we get another cross arts. I never ready from that when that extra strike prompt shows up. It's just infrequent enough that you never get used to it. Oh, I ran out of SP on Repamon. I should have waited. I don't have any other virus type in the party now, surprisingly. Unless I cast reverse on there. That to make them weak to vaccine. By the way, Devastator is a neutral type now. I'm probably going to try to make a tank like Igomon. Actually, change to Tentamon. Good thing this doesn't cost a turn. It's so tanky even with the reversal. At that Bakemon behind the great strike that startled me for a moment. Oops. But your controller vibrates whenever the regeneration starts and ends, so don't even have to look at the notification. Oh, that's a thank you, Doraemon. Acedia pretty much doesn't engage in normal combat anymore. Because has one skill that takes a fixed percentage and 3 of his other 4 skills are stat debuffs.
すまないみんな
There's another portal. But again, the Galleon still needs to train a lot more. Unless I use attack attachments on him. Which you should probably save for after he evolves. But if I had enough... No, even 2 of them is not going to be enough to evolve him. That's 30 more attack per chip. He needs 120 more, I think. Yeah, this is oddly boss arena shaped. But I think I'm ready. And we can finish off the Digimon portion of this stream with a boss. 3 bosses.
乱暴するのはやめなさい。祈りどうして？だって見るからに弱い者いじめっぽいし。
お、獲物が増えたか？わざわざやられに来るなんてご苦労なこった。
祈りに手出しはさせないぞ。
ああ、なんだてめえ。そいつを知る必要はないな。なぜならお前らにはここで死んでもらうからよ。
祈りの言う通り乱暴はさせないぞ。
俺だってな、お前らなんかちょいとやっつけてやる。ビビってなんか絶対ねえんだからな。行くぞ。
And these are also all virus. Have we had a single story campaign boss that wasn't virus type yet? What type was Taitamon? I think outside of side missions, all bosses have been virus. And they should be weak against light. Well, this one is surely weak to fire. Why didn't I unleash the cross arts? Coronamon is shaking with fear. They're facing level 6 Sogremon, the next boss is 3 level 4s. They look pretty tanky for 3 champions.
てめえはミネルヴァも
ちょうどいい。まとめて始末してやるぜ。
私の弟にひどいことしてくれたみたいじゃないか。どれだけ生意気なクソガキでも私にとっちゃ大切な絆だ。だから悪いけどね。加減はできない。
She's like curious.
覚悟しなさい。やるわ。ストライクロール。
Let's buff Repamon. Although he is not going to use attack if he keeps casting fire. I'll check what the weakness of these ones are. Again, Death Charm works great on bosses. And because Repamon had the 2 attack buffs, his attack icon has a little crown on top of it, so that must be the maximum you can get. And you're already used to Digimon bosses being completely disconnected in how strong they are versus what they look like. Because I played Digimon Story Lost Evolution and very early into the game, when your team is still all rookies, you fight a Chimeramon as a boss. And he's not even alone, he has 2 champions with him. And you're supposed to win that fight.
もうメソメソしてられないって。僕は強くなる。祈りを一番近くで守るために。この力。
And I think it's only after that Chimeramon plus 2 other champions boss fight that you fight a boss that's a single Demi-Devimon and he's stronger than the Chimeramon. I could try this again, but again I'm sure bosses are immune to status effects.
行くぞ。ディストラクショングレネード。
クラツアーツ発射。
And we actually have 6 party members in the field now. It's like in Crosswords. And because Cardramon used that AoE, we found out everybody here is... No, both of these are weak to fire, not this one, obviously. Hey, Lucimon tier, Demi-Devimon. You're actually fighting again multiple times in this story. He evolves every time. He goes from Demi-Devimon to a Devimon and all the way to a Venom Miorismon. Stone Beat Blow. Increase damage to targets with Titan trait. I have so many people with me that I decided to keep track of everybody's HP. Although Coronamon and the Mineral are both immortal.
Destruction grenade.
Also, they can take paralysis. So let's try to hit to more of them. Maybe the leader, only the leader is immune to status effects. I'm getting better at this. No, the leader is not immune. He looks like a boss. Look at his glowing eyes. Each one you kill debuffs the leader a bit. I'm also in this segment is going to eat a bit of the Arknights portion of the stream. But I think I probably won't need the full 2 hours to clear the 8 event stages. They don't have a challenge mode, so it's often as many stages. Oh, we will see they finishing off. Oh no, that's a shame. The first ones tend to be easier, but sometimes you will have some nasty surprises, like when I played the bonus event I was stuck in the other stages for longer than the latter ones. But those were EX stages. I haven't seen anything of how this event plays, so I have no idea how hard it's going to be.
タイタン族が侵入していたのは大問題ね。メルクリモンに報告する必要があるわ。あんたも一緒に来てくれる？卵泥棒。この町のリーダー、頼りになるやつよ。まずは彼に現状を報告しましょう。メルクリモンのアジトはこの広場のすぐ近くよ。行きましょう。
タイタン族か。デジモンたちの内側で争いが起きているようだ。我々が観測した新宿インフェルノ、デジモン同士の争いが引き起こしたように見えた。何か関連性はあると考えられないだろうか。世界崩壊の真相に近づいているかもしれない。
I'm noticing that the operator is basically the main character's inner thoughts. She kinda just restates what we've just seen in the plot. But because she can't speak actual dialogue, somebody has to speak on her behalf. A classic problem. Maybe the operator is a figment of her imagination. That's how he can somehow communicate with us even in the digital world or in the past. Minerva is going to have to wait for a long time, unfortunately, because we are going to move on to Arknights now. Let me open that up and switch the name of the stream. Either allow me to recenter my model again. Done.
今のカジミエーシの騎士たちって言ったら脳筋のバカか。自分の名声にしか興味のない道化しかいないね。ああ、くだらない。
I can only imagine.
はじめまして、ロー
I think I had somebody training at the base.
ロドスアイランド。この船も随分と明るくなってきた。
And the music doesn't change when I move to the base because I also have this play on the jukebox. I have 6 nano flakes for an upgrade. Although it cuts out 5 seconds from charging. I'll handle this later. But this reminds me, I'm not going to pull for Exoziar or Limon, but I have several skins to purchase. Starting with... I still kind of prefer her other skin, but maybe this will grow on me. I do like the all black aesthetic at least. I'm considering whether I'll buy Arkero's outfit because I don't use her that much and it's very expensive. I didn't for my squad in advance. We will have one newcomer for this event. I pulled the banner back in her banner, but I haven't used her even once this far. I'm not even sure how she works. Let's put the characters with new skins. And someone else I recently got to M3.
プラチナ戦線に上がる。
上から行きましょう。屋上経由の方が早いわ。
私のハンマーは強いんだから。
That's a nice music.
ベストの敵の掩体を破ったよ。迎撃開始。視界良好。やっぱ緊張する。求めているみたい。よく理解しているわ。
And we have a Bluna. She has to kill someone to spawn her someone, right?
この一手でチェックメイト。一人と一人逃さないっす。
There is.
見えた。
And she needs to have a Martin one to upgrade. But I'm wondering what determines which someone gets consumed and which gets upgraded. Is it always the bigger one, the first one to spawn? It seems like so.
治療開始。指先で触れるだけでその意志は泥人形のようにひしゃげるだろう。思うがままの戦術でいいよ。エーギルのハンターたちの指揮もこんな風にやっているんです
So
か。
I think I get it, but I
どうやら
still have to find out how strong she is, stat-wise.
信憑性が増したようですね。 抹殺する。
Why is she in a tutorial? Tutorials aren't like canon events, but the devs have treated Platinum like she doesn't exist for so long. I'm in shock right now. Hi there, TVPG. Rain tiles caused them to sleep, I guess. Yeah, I know, let me deploy a medic. Save her. Even the on deploy effect doesn't apply. Attack them to wake them up.
ここに来た。走行を砕く。
Is it a matter of damage or just DPS? Update to letting farm out stages at once? I haven't seen that. And it feels there as being out. Attack 0 enemies first.
風に獲物の匂いが混じってる。このまま行くぞ。
Oh, I can't wake them up because these two are also sleeping when they ready to fight. I forgot about that.
はーい、一歩も引かないよ。早く。懸命皇帝の王爵をへし折れ。命令をこの矢を見ろ。やるじゃねえ。もしシラクーザに生まれてたら、あんたは間違いなく凄腕のハンターになってたぜ。
Now, probably need a faster replay, but maybe Cantabile can be enough for that. If she's here, she can wake up anybody in these two tiles.
やれって言うなら、迷わずここをぶっ壊すよ。
Does the Blana summon
オーダーは暴力に集中するエリアの水系
spawn in a sleeping state? Let's find out. Yes. But I think it's just the amount of hits that matter for waking up, not how many damage they take.
恐れし魂が踊り狂うだろう。思うがままの戦術でいいよ。見えた。一子一人逃さないっす。オーダーは敵の掩体を破ったよ。
Oh, Paprika, I recently got her to 23. I got her skin a long time ago and neglected to actually upgrade her for way too long.
我が炎を指先で触れるだけで、その意志は泥人形のようにひしゃげるだろう。
Depending on how quickly these stages go by, I might have it time to go back to Digimon before the end of the stream.
こいつらにはそれを理解してもらいたいものだ。 そろそろ行こうか。ずっとうじうじしててもしょうがないもんね。
At least if like first half of the normal stages turn to be pretty trivial. If you are an account on a level like mine.
敵の掩体を破ったよ。抹殺する。
This is too narrow for Fiametta to work. Maybe.
視界良好。
It's an easy stage and it's all might as well, right?
景色を楽しむ余裕なんてあるの？この一手でチェックメイト。構造は安定してるから安心して。 聞いてるわ。
ドクターはいつだって僕
I'm
の居場所を
forgetting
見
to
つけ
change
てくれる
his
んだ。
skill to the third one because I wanted to try that.
狙いを定めました。
前菜代わりにもならないね。ごめんなさい。手加減するの忘れちゃった。戦場は凄惨な悲劇を生むだけの場所だ。こいつらにもそれを理解してもらいたいものだ。
私の明かりについてきてください。
My Naruto's NPCs from the tutorial going to start appearing.
自分に何をしているのかよくわかっているわ。私のハンマーは強いんだから。
迎撃開始。
So with Paprika, because she has a chain effect, she can heal operators that are out of her range as long as you have like a chain.
計算完了。
So if I rinse her and she gets healed, Bronzers also gets healed.
剣を抜きます。どうしたい？
思うがままの戦術でいいよ。お前を貫く。前菜代わりにもならないね。
影に我が眼差しが真実を暴く。構造は安定してるから安心して。
悪とは撃たれるべきだし、その執行人は必ず現れる。ここに合ってるかしら。
こっちとらもうダメって人は
It
こっち
does look pretty nice. It has a weird daycare aesthetic. Because these are baby bottles and there's this toy on the roof. And we collect pacifiers as the event currency.
己を抑える必要がどこにある？お前に鬼滅の欲望があるように見える。何も我慢することなく、すべてさらけ出せばよいだろう。
We're already halfway through, but this should be when it starts to get difficult. There's a special time in the middle, but I'm not sure what it does. Does speed increase attack?
島で背負わなきゃいけないんだ。迎撃開始。
私 私のハンマーは強いんだから。
Should have brought the Cantabile first second skill.
意識を保つ敵の援隊を破ったよ。一っ子一人逃さないっす。そう足を止める。
Oh, they give you deployment limit on your freedom.
やっぱ緊張する。はあ、返して心がバラバラになっちゃう前に。
If they get killed, does it count as a leak? I wonder.
聞いてるよ。オーダーは効力が集中するエリアの推計完了。安心して。クソ野郎ども、どきな。私の目を見なさい。ロックはもう解けたよ。くだ私の前で瞬きできる人なんている？
And hey, she's one-handing her gun this time.
Mission accomplished.
よっしゃー、順調っす。
Unrelated, but there is one thing I was curious about. How many people are
これで W もイネスも文句ない。
watching live streams of the new Pokemon now? That's 50,000, so that's about 10 times as many views as Digimon had back when it was at its peak, when it just launched. So we didn't get a Pokemon killer after all, sadly.
チームメイト同士でもみんなの前に出ない方がいい？わかった。ドクターの言う通りにするよ。今回の作戦計画と秘密任務あった。
I can't place anybody in front of the objective point.
迎撃開始。
Platinum can probably spunk everybody coming from here. Shion fits surprisingly well with the scenery with this skin.
自分が何をしているのかよくわかっているわ。やるべきことをやるだけよ。一っ子一人逃さないっす。どうしたの？さあ、走行を砕く。
It looks like a unique map. You're combining two totally unrelated aesthetics and making it work. It's a heaven nursery.
視界良好。
I can face Warfighting, but somebody will have to wake her up. Yeah, Meta probably can do it.
負傷した者はすぐに知らせるんだ。くだらない。赤い行為は嫌いなんだけど、必要ならためらわない。
ぞ。一発で仕留めます。
They do help, but this enemy is too tanky for them. The head of that bird monster makes it look like a robot from Dragon Quest. The design of the helmet is very similar.
戦場は凄惨な悲劇を生むだけの場所だ。こいつらにもそれを理解してもらいたいものだ。
This one has a lot of frozen NPCs. I thought you prefer Fia's Night skin. I do, and I said that when I just bought this on the when I switched to Arknights. But I wanted to at least try it for a bit. It's not like I think this one is ugly, this one is just so excellent that it's hard to top. I do like a now black aesthetic too. I also don't like this skin of fighting that much, but I paid the Originite for it, so I enjoyed it at least a bit. The outfit system in the new Pokemon is great. You can put clothes on wherever it seems. On one hand I agree, on the other hand I don't think this is something Pokemon should get high praise for doing. I think it should be standard, and just because Pokemon is doing something, that should be standard. It doesn't don't think should get a medal for that. In Pokemon Unite you can already equip clothes of either gender on any character, so they took a cue from that. On that note, in most games I play where you can create your own character, the main reason why I almost always pick the female avatar is because pretty much the male avatar will never have the body type and outfit options I would want. Most games don't allow you to make an effeminate male. I should platinum aim down, because tunnels are going to go here. I'll have to take care of these stuffs. I think raising something you want to see more is how you get more dice to see more of it. That's fair. I hope this works.
私のハンマーは強いんだから。みんな効力が集中するエリアの推計完了。狙いはごめんなさい。手加減するの忘れちゃった。
その誘いに乗ってやろう。
安心して。これ以上怪我人を出すわけにはいかないっす。気配を感じたら剣を抜きます。 延滞は破ったよ。
見えた。劣化の中では恐れし魂が踊り狂うだろう。
影に踏み込まないで、影に踏み込まないで。
He's just one tile too far.
劣化の中では恐れし魂が踊り狂うだろう。
Also on that topic, the channel spoilers, but the game that I'm probably going to play after I'm done with Digimon, if it releases, which is still up in the air. In Inazuma 11 Victory Road, you can make a custom character that's your avatar in the game, and you can also actually use them in-game in the matches. That franchise is not very well known, but the people who know it will know it as a lot of androgynous male characters. So it's very likely you can make a fanboy avatar in that game. So I wonder if I can make one that looks like me and use it in the game. But of course, that game has been very rocky with getting delay all the time.
そろそろ行こうか。
So much so that if I remember correctly, there was an announcement advertisement image for that in the Tokyo Game Show,
私のハンマーは
where it said it's scheduled to release on November 14. They say schedule as in like we're not promising anymore. We're not sure if it's actually coming out in that date. Yes, there's a custom character creator,
オーダーは全部了解したよ。最も危険
and
な
you can use that character as a unit in the football matches.
ベストな敵の延滞は破った。
But I'm wondering how it's actually they're going to balance that. How much you can customize your character stats, position, and move setting, you know?
抹殺する。
負傷した者はすぐに知らせるんだ。景色を楽しむ余裕なんてあるの？ここで何をしているのかよくわかっているわ。お前を効力が集中するエリアの推定。成功と失敗にまぐれなんてない。どうしたの？
Probably not much more than regular players. But I was wondering is that historically in Inazuma 11 games, you have a mechanic like in Digimon, which were just playing Dragon Quest monsters, where any character can learn any move from a skill item. Which is one of the things that makes the game fun for me. I wonder if they'll keep that or it's going to be harder to fine-tune what moveset you want your custom character to have.
視界良好。頑張れ優しい。
これがお前の判断か。
This mini-boss is much more tanky than the main boss. I mean, she was more tanky because she died there and I didn't even notice it. She didn't last long enough for me to tell what she's supposed to do.
ドクターもう解けたよ。ドクターもう解けたよ。気配を感じたら剣を抜きます。オーダーは全部了解したよ。さっさと片付けるぞ。
指先で触れるだけで
私の目を見なさい。
Oh, she shield mouse up.
影に踏み我が刃が海を切り裂く。
Yeah, I remember that if you teach a character multiple of the same move, you raise its level. It didn't used to be like that. Usually you had to increase the move's level required you to use it a ton of times. Which got pretty boring to do. Especially when you have at least 11 characters per team, plus 5 reserves. I think that game is tending a lot towards min-maxing your characters for each to do just one thing, because you only have 2 move slots per character. The shield on breaks with individual hits, so blue poison hit should be pretty good in this event if you're having trouble. Also, we reached stage 9, which should be the last one. And we're still not even 3 hours into the 4-hour stream. Unless I'm stuck for a long time just in the final boss. I went this a lot earlier than I expected. This map is hard, I imagine. I'll go with the same squad I've been doing the entire event and replace whoever I need. This game already limits so many moves you'll see in a match. It does, because they've changed how SP, that's the... No, I mean it's TP, it's called the stat used to consume 2 moves. Now it's a global gauge that your entire team uses instead of being per character.
今回の作戦計画と秘密任務はあった。うん、間違いなし。
やれって言うなら迷わずここをぶっ壊すよ。オーダーは構造は安定してるから安心して。負傷したものはすぐに知らせるんだ。
Almost enough.
ドクターはいつだって僕の居場所を見つけてくれるんだ。
医療機器の設置は済んでいる。
And you can actually get TP from Cantabria attacking this NPC.
一人逃さないっす。効力が集中するエリアの推計完了。
抹殺する。指示。
これがお前の判断か。
This level is making it annoying to wake up your units.
安心してみんな、まだいけそう。 やるべきことをやるだけよ。負傷した者はすぐに知らせるんだ。自分が何をしているのかよくわかる。
Hey, don't change target if you replace someone else. I think I'll have to bring out to Lapland for this one.
救急キットだ。使え。ターゲットは誰だ？指示を。
Platinum won't reach the Tamo style.
止血監視。やっぱ緊張する。やるべきことをやるだけよ。自分が何をしているのかよく分かっているわ。狙いはごめんなさい。
Finally.
手加減するの忘れ。返して。心がバラバラになっちゃう前に。輸血準備。私の目を見なさい。私の目を見なさい。これ以上怪我人を出すわけにはいかないっす。
And just this one left, so there is no boss. Or is the game lying about the amount of enemies?
今行くぞ。オーダーは加減間計算完了。私の目を見なさい。ロックはもう解けたよ。
And so this wasn't the final level, just a very weird one.
今回運が悪いのは私じゃないからね。あいつらがついてないの。
Oh, and it drops grindstone, so I want to farm this. The auto deploy is probably not going to work. I should rethink my squad because this one was pretty bad for the previous level. Yeah, mid won't work well here. I could place here all the way further on the back. Oh, for waking up other operators. I haven't used Mizuki a lot, but he could be good for this because he gets a lot of range. So he can wake up a lot of allies at once.
チームメイト同士でもみんなの前に出ない方がいい？わかった。ドクターの言う通りにするよ。
昔とは違ってもう自分を隠したりしたくないわ。この剣でお前たちが生きる価値をその肉体ごと切り裂いてやる。ベストな加減間計算完了。
Yes, has already gone wrong.
諦めるな。最後まで戦う者にこそ勝利は訪れる。
Since the bird's coming very early.
ちょうど剣を研いだところです。
道中で気力を使いすぎないように。
敵の状況はまだ不明だ。味方の世話だけで時間がいっぱいいっぱいでな。オーダーは全部了解したよ。応力が集中するエリアの推計完了。景色を楽しむ余裕なんてあるの？抹殺する。ごめんなさい、手加減するの忘れちゃった。聞いてるわ。頑張ります。ベストな率、効力が集中するエリアの推計完了。狙いを定めました。
剣は手加減はできない。ごめん。
Yeah, I have to kill this one who keeps killing the boss.
私の明かり、我に強化の邪悪を払い。
Our main DPS is gone. Actually, everybody's gone. This wouldn't usually be that much of a problem, but everybody has a massively delayed deployment this time.
誤った道を選んだよね。
剣は殺気が隠せていないぞ。
I turned the face. Enemies within range gain a barrier proportion to the maximum HP. She's like that mid boss. And I will really need Golden Go, who's still waiting to deploy again.
聞いてるわ。今行くぞ。一っ子一人逃さないっす。ドクターはいつだって僕の居場所を見つけてくれるんだ。警戒態勢を維持します。大名よ、轟け。
Someone has to go, so Golden Go can come in.
オーダーは全部了解したよ。ドクターの指示が僕の道しるべだ。今こそ皆さんをお助けする時です。私に早く離れてください。お願いします。大名よ、轟け。
剣は承知。これが貴様らが悪事を働く理由か。
こうして正しい立ち位置を。野郎ども、どきな、邪魔しないで。
If I place Fiametta here, I have to bet that nobody's going to attack her.
やるべきことをやるだけよ。狙いはついて赤い行為は嫌いなんだけど、必要ならためらわない。どうしたの？
Is he dead for real now? Don't tell me this dove is going to leak. And I was 2 little doves away from beating the boss on my first attempt.
そんな、私を見捨てないで。ドクター、どこにいるの？
Yoba worked really well, but she's the only 6-star lord I have. Who else can I put on that ground fort that's not frozen? I mean, it's not a dream tile, but has ranged attacks. It's 5-star Lapland, but I think Irene can work well if I time her skill right to hit the boss. Oh, what else can I replace? Cantabile is still important. I had a lot of surplus DPS, so maybe I don't need monsters. Or replace it with Minas.
これだけの頭数を揃えるのも一苦労なんだから、なるべく被害を避けるようにね。
武器を撃つ鍛冶師はな、そいつで流れる血まで背負わなきゃいけないんだ。自分の何を求めている。敵が
誰を餌にするか決まった？やるべきことをやるだけよ。実際の戦場であれば解決するのはかえって楽だ。くだらない。私の前で瞬きできる人なんている？
みんな、うちが来たからって安心して油断しちゃダメだからね。
Here's old Lapland.
悪くない位置取りだね。ところは懺悔すべき相手が違うぞ。
こっちとらスノーどもどきな、邪魔しないで。今こそ皆さんをお助けする時です。狙いを定めました。影に踏み我が心の判決を下す。早く離れてください。お願いします。
I have the first portion filled out at least. Now how do I keep everybody alive in this part homes? Oh, nice. Irene absolutely fries the boss with her third skill. Even Golden was still alive. I dread to think of what the other dual versions of this boss in later levels are going to look like.
チェックメイト。悪いけど私の勝ちだ。
And this is another auto deploy, that's probably not going to work. I'll have to wrangle on that works later. Oh, Joe. Free Originite after the boss. This is it for content on this event, at least for now. I'm probably streaming again, Arknights again next week when the EX stages open up. It'll probably be another half Digimon, half Arknights stream. And I never saw whatever this is. I should have been doing this from when the event started. If I was clearing the stages again, which for most of them it should work to just run the auto deploy, but I can do that later. So just wonder 1 hour left. Should I go back to Digimon? There's also this mode, but you don't really do anything, like you just bet on an enemy squad and hope you win. Don't think that's entertaining for 1 hour. There's also this, which rewards you for replaying IS2. But the reward is not that exciting, it's just these random materials. Does this have difficulty settings, because I was afraid that if I play this it's just going to be way too easy and not very entertaining. Joby, perfect launch. I think the bigger problem is I kind of burned out on IS after doing almost all the IS5 missions. Because it's not fun if it's too easy or if it's too difficult. That character kinda looks like a Digimon. So you have a hard mode when you start the run. Oh, there is a scaling difficulty. Let's do this, and should be just enough time for one full run, if I can get to the end. Oh, but we have to deal with all the squad options. I used to go for this one. No, nice, I start with more hope. Everybody costs one more hope. At least I can still begin with Link. With Link on the squad, the Verdant is mostly just going to be a improvised thing. I think it's better to go with his first skill. A self-damage isn't good when you don't have any magic. Alright, but he's a dog keeper, so he can die in combat. I forgot about that.
血で血を洗う争いに計りごと古来より変わらないね。階級京極を直除すれば官庁倫理たり。
こんな枯葉なんか跡形もなく吹き飛ばしてやる。この俺を敵に回すとはなかなかの度胸だ。
I remember being addicted to IS back when IS2 first came out, because it was the first one I got to play. I'm not totally sure what happened that made the mode fall off in my head. But I think I liked every iteration less and less, like from IS2 to IS5. I chalk it up to later ISs being way too designed around one specific overpowered and limited unit, but it could just be burnout.
しかれどもおごることなかれだ。とはいえ、褒めるべきは褒めぬ。
We even get an elite Sholing in the first stage.
血で血を洗う争いに計りごと古来より変わらないね。戦のための歌、悲しみを紡ぐ歌。階級の戦に積もる恨みはいつか散らん。
Link is obviously going to excel in other content, but sadly her playstyle here is a bit mindless. You just stack up the giant dragons.
accomplished. また一曲素晴らしいものができた。ドクター、私たちは確かによく通じ合っているのかもしれないよ。
I almost left the shop by accident. Isn't this the same level from the start? It's a similar it's the same layout. Actually no, because I think the first one only had 2 blue objective points.
よし、このチャンス待っていたよ。
これが必要な衝突なら仕方ないね。
遠くに火を望んだところで暑さはわからないさ。
I forgot about
こんな枯れ葉
this
なん
point.
か跡形もなく吹き飛ばしてやる。
私に接する砂に沈みて相思未だ報いず。
早く次の指示を。敵がもう目の前に迫ってるよ。
階級の切なき砂に沈みて相思未だ報いず。
どこにでも生えてるような雑草には興味ない。
Mission accomplished.
もう全部片付けたし、これ以上長居する必要はないよ。
Another free win unless the difficulty happens to dramatically ramp up at a certain point. I'm afraid this is not going to be very interesting. Again, what am I doing
今
this
日
for?
も元気そうだね、ドクター。
You get Rhode Island supplies, which is nothing to die for. And I think might be able to at least feel most of the bar without even actually playing S2. Can you tell how much I'm debating internally whether I should switch to Digimon? But this stage should be a bit harder to has cross-ray on it. Let's see how well I perform in this one. If it's still too easy, I think I'll switch to Digimon.
古来より変わらないね。ここでは何も起きていない。行くよ。スチュワード君、次はどうすればいいの？この時より秋だ。どこにでも生えてるような雑草には興味ない。遠くに火を望んだところで暑さはわからないさ。早く次の指示を。敵がさあし、無害に見える植物の方がよっぽど危険だ。
And you could say I could make this more challenging to myself just by picking weaker characters. Which fair enough, it's just that Ling is one of very few operators that happens to be really strong, and I like the character herself, not considering her stats as a unit. So I was sure happy for the period when she was pretty much the strongest unit in the game. Now will Crown Slayer destroy my squad and make me shut up? That's tragic.
志かなって得意満面といったところかな。聞くんよ。しかれどもおごることなかれだ。とはいえ。
Yeah, this is looking to be a bit too much of a cakewalk. Even if the beacons are delayed, it might take a bit too long. So I will still have time for it. Let's play some more Digimon. And this is a first. I never switched to a game on stream, then switch back. I thought I would possibly clear the event levels too quickly, but I didn't want to allocate too little time on the end of the stream and not clear it in time. So to undo the process to change the game. Also, if you joined the stream while I was playing Arknights and you don't know yet, you can name my Digimon in this playthrough. You can do that by redeeming the channel points reward. Here's Time Stranger. The audio should have stopped, but that's okay. We are back to Digimon. We were going to see Merukimo. Actually, is the game Sandu coming out? Yes, it is.
ミネルバモン様の知り合いだと証明できないと通せないと言っているだろ
事実だよ。私が証明する。
ミネルバモン様、失礼しました。どうぞお通りください。メルクリモン様は現在この町の警備で多忙を極めております。きっと来訪を喜ばれるはず。それでは。
What does Merukimo actually look like? I don't know him by name. Oh, he was in the anime short as well.
久しぶりだな、ミネルバも。そいつらは何者だ？まさか人間か？
それは話すと長くなるんだけど、それよりあんたに報告があるの。タイタン族がこの町に入り込んでる。この町の下水道で出会ったわ。とりあえずこの人間たちと一緒に撃退したけど、あんたはこのこと把握してるの？
ああ、その報告はほんの少し前に受けた。もはや戦いは避けられない。
I thought the titles would be unique Digimon specifically made for this robot. The three of us were just old Digimon just powered up.
からやってきた異邦人。それなのに私を助けてくれた。守護者の卵の捜索やタイタン族の迎撃に協力してもらったの。ずいぶんよくしてもらったし、無事に元の世界へ返したい。だからゲートを開いてもらえるか相談したくて。電波塔の通信は使える？
その件だが、まさに今その通信網が不調をきたしている。
まさかそれもタイタン族の仕業だってこと？
おそらくそうだろう。下水道にタイタン族が侵入したという情報が民に広まっているようです。不安になった者たちが天でに避難を始めたり、対策はどうなっているのかと怒号を上げたり、
But I thought I had to kill them. There is more.
情報がもう広まってしまったか。
ベアモン兄弟たちが喋ったのね。あの子たちったらもう。
神聖化のためにお知恵を拝借したくお願いできますでしょうか。分かった。話を聞こう。状況は思ったより悪いようだ。ミネルバも電波塔の件頼んでいいか？
ええ、私もユノモンに連絡を取りたいし、この人間たちを元の世界に戻すにもユノモンの力が必要だしね。
Service on the home server with Digimon like he saw in the Moon once one on this.
もうちょっと協力してくれる？
As well as Seigimon and Minervamon. Is the home server? It's not the server where Dawn does actually take place, or is it?
ありがとう。ユノモンに会えばきっと元の世界に帰れる。まずは電波塔に急ぎましょう。
つまり元の世界に帰るにはゲートを通らないといけない。ゲートはユノモンってデジモンが管理してる。でもユノモンと連絡を取るための電波塔にトラブルが起きた。だからそれをなんとかしに行くってことでいいのね。
それでいいわね。
There is a point fine to the plot of Lost Evolution where you get into the server rooms of the of Digimon joined us, but there's nobody there.
そして
Which makes me wonder if that game is supposed to be take place far into the future.
それじゃ
But I never reached the end of the plot to find out.
エージェント、新宿インフェルノのことを思い出すんだ。上空に現れていたものはまさにゲートを思わせるものだった。重要な情報が得られるかもしれない。
Now we can go to the central tower if the train is working. Maybe you have to repair it ourselves. Was there always a Lady Devimon here? Wait, that I didn't notice. Wizardmon comes from a series called The Witch only. Is that the Wizardmon from the anime or just every Wizardmon? There's a thing where a lot of bios of the Digimon, which by the way that's a thing in this game. If you check the encyclopedia, there's some lore bits for every Digimon. And yeah, a lot of them talk about the Digimon as if they are individuals when they're supposed to be species with multiple people. Out of the data types.
あいつだ。やるわ。ストライクロール。やった。 やるんだ。ジーソ。
It's it's a problem some Digimon have. Back when it was only Tamagotchi, some Digimon were designed to be undesirable. You'd get them if you didn't take care of your Digimon right. But nowadays they have to be balanced.
よし。
But they stuck with their ugly designs.
そこで。ジーソ。
In Cybersurf, you would absolutely want to have 18 of 3 Platinum Numemon and later 3 Platinum... No, I got it wrong. First 3 Platinum Sukamon, which were champions. And by endgame 3 Platinum Numemon, which are Megas. Because they have I don't know, an experience or money buff from battles. They were like essential for grinding. Oh, the Centaurmon statue from the Medusmon card. I've never seen that. I never really dabbled in the cards game.
みんなやるんだそこだリーソ発動可能
そりゃ
Hey, lot of misses today.
そりゃ不動ハンティングキャノン
はあスタンビートブロ
くるくるレックーザン
ーやるよスタンビートブロー
Because the city is now just mostly debuff, right? We need one more virus attacker. Which I don't have any at the moment. Agumon could be on, but he's very hard to evolve. Oh, he finally can be a Patamon. Maybe I should evolve Viriodamon to this. Which monster is this one? It's saying Greymon. But if he levels up just a couple levels more, he can evolve to his regular evolution. I think I can speed this up by using an attachment. I mean ship. There we go. Hey, on the other hand, I still need a lot of SPI. I'll have to put Tentamon the Digifarm later.
Yes.
Digimon loses the bonus stats when going down levels. No, the blue stats are permanent. So whenever you, I think evolving and de-evolving plus absorbing fodder gives you these blue stats in theory. You don't lose them when de-evolving. In fact, I think you'll gain more, but your overall base stats go down. Because if I recall what I read, whenever you evolve or de-evolve, some of your a small percentage of your total stats go into the blue slot, and these are permanent.
ショングレネード。
Train at the fire makes it simple, but it's convenient for me because I only progress in the game during stream, so all the time off stream I can idle the game and let the Digimon train at the farm. You have to wait real time for that. If you want to speed it through the plot, you probably have to find another way to raise your stats. And we could actually see how this works now. If I convert a random fodder like this Scaramon. All of his blue stats are at 0, so what happens if I devolve him? I thought he's level 1, so he might not gain anything from this. Yes, he didn't. But I think if you had the level thing up, some of his accumulated stats would go to the blue slots. You have to replace Cecidia's first attack. It misses so often. .5 power. Hell Crush is way outdated at this point. I don't have any dark magical attacks. I can check on the village later if there's any I can buy. Oh, running into obstacles also destroys you. Know what? I taking too long to beat these data tabs. There's another gate up there. So after we clear this, we'll probably be able to go back to the real world.
急ぎましょう。
エージェント、この際だ。いろいろと情報収集するといい。これまで記録されたアノマリーの中には、原因不明の失踪に類するものが多くある。日本エリアでは神隠しなどと呼ばれたりするんだ。例えば君の養父、結城博士はこの世界から忽然と消失した。デジタルワールドの存在は、そうした事象に一定の回答を与えるかもしれない。だから、その世界を観察し続けるんだ。姿を消した人物が見つかる可能性もゼロじゃない。
There's where the train from back there would have stopped. I might be able to buy a new skill for Asida here. There's only a physical attack. Now, all of the tier 2 skills you can buy are all physical. I wanted a stronger magic skill. Wait, you're different. Zaki Lucky, thanks a lot for following me. They're training completely and they don't see it on the digital line. Also, this, his attack raised a lot more than it should. Was it because I left him training for longer than normal? Normally you do only raise 30 attack per training session. You're bottoming. In what way do you mean that? Again, we need 830 attack for him. Just to check the wiki again. That's correct. I had 2 attachments, right? So if I use them both and to level him up once, he should be able to evolve. You'll just keep training intelligence. And you'll keep training speed. There's not too much fodder I can give him to speed it up. Oh, nice. Now he can evolve. Just before the end of this turn. And his which type? Oh, virus, just what I was needing, no? And I'll leave Tentamon to train as spear. Yes, if you happen to have a 3 cast members at 6 Digimon at once. Oh, he's not rideable. I thought he would be. I thought we'd meet with the boss right away, but at least we can level up Kaelion a bit. Hey, it's the Solar Mon. Yeah, that one, I think it's one that normally becomes Repamon when evolving. It does look like a cursed flame.
いけるぞ。
ゾーフルクルレックーザン。
やるよ。サンビートブロ
インフレアプレ
ー。感謝する。みんな。
But this makes the that chest inaccessible. If there's later a place where you can buy these ships that raise stats, you could just farm a lot of money and buy a lot of chips to quickly evolve your Digimon. Although you can also spend the money to instantly skip training, but it's pretty expensive at this point. But you can make a lot if you keep farming those outer dungeons.
やるんだ。いけるぞ。
クルクルレックーザン。
はあ、サンビートブロー。
インフレアプレス。
感謝する。あいつだ。いけるぞ。
ゾーフルクルレックーザン。
やるよ。サンビートブロー。
インフレアプレス。
あー、ストライクロール。
ゾーフルクルレックーザン。
あいつだ。発動可能。
I'll see if I can rush to the next cutscene now.
Yes. リーソ発動可能。そこだ。そんな発動可能。
Oh, really?
ゾーフルクルレックーザン。
はあ、サンビートブロ
インフレアプレス。
ー。やるわ。ストライクロール。やった。すまない。みんな。
Look at that pet finding over there.
いけるぞ。
There's a ladder up there. I wonder if it's a shortcut to the beginning. It'd be convenient because I will have to go all the way back to the farm later.
そこだ。リーソ
Probably before we beat the boss here.
いけるぞ。
ゾーフルクルレックーザン。行くぞ、ディストラクショングレネード。
そこだ。
What?
発動可能。
とりゃ
up the ladders just to get to the end. An Ubisoft game. I think that would have a lot more towers. Also, we're not near the end of this dungeon. I thought the final boss was just around the corner. Because of this and because I know I have to climb all the way back here anyway, I will be ending the stream here. Let's see if I can find somebody playing Arknights to read this time. Thanks, Kieran. See you next time. In the end, I think I'm waiting somebody who's playing Digimon as well. Sorry for the wait, but I am ending now. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. And have a good night.